A big part of this game, guys, is avoiding disasters. Losses are fine, but disasters are big setbacks. You know, you want to go backwards as little as possible. You don't have to go forward every moment of your journey, but going backwards as little as possible. All right. Okay, guys. I want to cover my Apple trade here today because I believe that I can touch upon a variety of things that will be helpful for you. Okay. So in my mentorship, with my mentorship traders today, I was discussing a concept that get some space here. I was discussing a concept that shorting right next to a power bar, like betting on a short right there, is a no-no in most cases. It's low odds. So even if you have a short signal here, you're right next to a power bar, right next to the top of a power bar. And what tends to happen here are a lot of failures. Why? Because this top bar is shooting its supportive power to the right, creating this trampoline, if you will, that it's very difficult for the stock to break through all of these levels without bouncing out of it. Okay? Now, if you move away from the top, your odds start to increase that there could be a drop all the way back to the top of that bar. Okay? And so I can't remember what we were looking at. Maybe it was Uber. No, it wasn't. Yeah, maybe it was Uber. So yeah, you see this power bar here? And so yes, one of our traders took a short right there. So that's that scenario of shorting right near the top, which will have a tendency, which will have high odds of not working. Now, you see this point? There was a drop from this point back to the high of this bar. We bounce again. Now, the top here has better odds of dropping because you have moved a distance away from the top zone. So there are two scenarios here. There's one like this. That's your igniting bar. It's the first one. All right. So it's not here, but here better. Check mark? No, no. Okay. You have moved away from the top. That's a very important concept. That's a very important concept to understand. All right? Very important. So even when you have a stock that is moving down like this, like down, 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 right? And then this. Boom. You see that? That is a powerful igniting bar off the low. And you get a signal here. Some people would want to take that short. But in the top portion of that igniting fat green bar, the odds are high of failure. Okay? So monitoring how something surges or how something comes off the low. Does it come off the low explosively, powerfully, strong, Mike Tyson-like punch off the low to create this fat green bar? Or does it do this? Because that's typically gonna fail. Or look at the difference. Here, look at the difference. Here, watch. I'll show you something. So look at the difference in PayPal here. All right. Look at this drop and look at that rally. Boom. Look at that drop. Now look at this rally. Okay. Boom. Now, if you had something like this off the low, it would be different trying to short that now. Okay? You see the difference in that, guys? You see it? You understand this? All right. So be careful about shorting right next to a fat power bar that's an igniting fat power bar. You understand? An igniting fat, that's the key. Igniting means the first one, down, down, down. And then this is igniting. It's the first one. Boom. Now the short here is a no-no. Okay. It's a little bit different if your fat bar is an exhaustion bar. Let me give you an example of that. Now this is not the first one. All right, you can try that. Low risk. You see, you're kind of next to a fat bar, but it's not the first one. It's the last one in a series of bars. Okay? So think of, we're in the Olympics now. Think of the last runner getting the baton close to finish. And usually the last runner in a relay race is the strongest runner. They don't put the strongest runner at first. They put the strongest runner as last, just in case that one has to make up ground. And so oftentimes a run in your stock will end with the strongest bar sometimes. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you have igniting strong bars and you have exhaustion strong bars. You can short next to exhaustion strong bars, especially if they're up against resistance. You should not be shorting next to, most of the time, igniting strong bars. The first one, the race has just begun. All right. And these little tiny nuances, the magic is that they can save you years upon years upon years of losing what you're not supposed to lose. One tweak, one nuance can reward forever, right? Forever. And I think this is one of them. This is one of those things that can reward for life, you know? And so you will find scenarios where you could have made money shorting next to the igniting bar. But remember, don't get tricked by the exceptions. So if something has an 85% reliability and you focus on the 15% of the time that you could have made money, that's not intelligent. You got to focus on what happens the majority of the time, and you have to ignore the exceptions. There's always an exception you can point to. All right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every now and then I see a white guy who can dance. But that doesn't mean, no, I'm only teasing, guys. I'm only teasing. You know what I'm saying? But you get my point, right?